What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and there's some interesting new reporting out based on the whole streaming sphere. Who's all, what market share looks like. And I find it pretty interesting that Asmongold, along with a handful of other people, have basically collapsed Twitch. And it's not just that. I think there's more to discuss in this video than just Asmongold deciding to leave or multi-stream. Because, quite frankly, it's more than that. It's Twitch's moderation. It's Twitch's strict adherence to one political ideology, and many more things that have led to what most people agree with is the most open market in streaming that we've seen in a really long time. By the way, I stream everywhere. So you can find me on The Quartering, at The Quartering on Twitch, Kick, X, on YouTube. I have this new channel at Quartering Live because I think my old channel was getting shadow banned. So if you watch my live streams on with Luke Radowski, Melanie Mack, and Hannah Claire, or my solo streams, please go subscribe to that. Link in the description. Also on Rumble at The Quartering as well. Twitch viewership takes another hit as rival Kick reaches huge milestone. Now, what led to all this was not that Kick had a superior product or superior payouts, although it's appearing that they are doing very, very well. The people with big audiences that are going over there are making good money. But it's that Twitch did this to themselves when they decided, hey, we want to back a far leftoid in Hassan Piker. We want to let him say whatever he wants to say, which I think is fine. I think Hassan should have a platform. I think he should be able to, I think he should also multi-stream. And there's nothing wrong with, free speech. I support it. The issue is that Kick would, enforce its rules in a one-sided fashion. That's why people wanted to leave. Hassan Piker could say all sorts of heinous things about people. That egg-shaped woman, I forget her name. She could have, sub goals to have, a Two Towers birthday cake. She could wish PTSD upon all United States soldiers. But if anyone called her fat, they were catching a ban. And so people got sick and tired of kind of the obvious double standard. And so they started to multi-stream, donut operator, multi-streaming. I've seen him streaming on Rumble. I don't know. I assume he's also on Kick. I don't know for sure. The biggest fallacy that people have when it comes to multi-streaming, I laughed at Twitch streamers for years, is that your audience only exists in one place. When I started streaming on Rumble, people are like, well, why don't you just stream in one place? Stream on YouTube, all your viewers on YouTube. Wrong. There are millions of people every day that prefer to watch your content on Rumble. There are millions of people every day that prefer to watch your content on Kick or BitChute or whatever. This is something that most people who are fans of free speech have known for a very long time. Normies didn't know it. Well, because Twitch did this to themselves, now we see the numbers. Twitch has taken another hit in Q2 2025 as rival platform Kick reached a major milestone, surpassing 1 billion hours watched for the first time. According to new data from Stream Charts, live streams across all platforms totaled 29.1 billion hours watched last quarter, a slight 0.06% drop from Q1. While overall streaming industry remains steady, Twitch continues to lose ground. YouTube Live held firm as a dominant force, maintaining just over 50% of the entire market watch time and matching its Q1 numbers with 14.83 billion hours watched. But the real movement came from Kick, which saw viewership surge by 28.1% quarter over quarter, with breakout streamers, a growing demand for gaming content, and a stacked football entertainment calendar. Kick's growth pushed its market share to 3.74%, with its strongest performance since launch. Well, look, let's not pretend that these are new streamers that are moving to Kick. This 28.1% improvement came from multi-streaming from about 4 content creators who were already very big. Tectone, Asmongold, and a couple others who are multi-streaming. So let's define reality there. I also really wish that Asmon, if you see this or anybody in your Reddit, why aren't you please also multi-stream to Rumble? It costs you nothing. And obviously I'm a fan of Rumble, but here's Q2. 50.1% market share goes to YouTube. 27.1% on TikTok Live. That's something that I for one need to explore. I don't know how I can, if there is somebody from a technology standpoint who knows what they're doing and who can help me find some sort of software to live stream my show to TikTok as well, I would do it. So, and I'll pay you for your time, by the way. So if you know how I can use XSplit or OBS to have a TikTok output that will also stream to TikTok in a said format, I will pay you money to help me. Twitch had just 15.7% of the market, Kick with 3.7% of the market, and then you see Rumble at 0.5% of the market. So obviously, hopefully Rumble, I'd like to see Rumble get up to 5 or 6%, but we probably would get there if people would multi-stream. That's just, that's just my opinion. Twitch, meanwhile, posted its third straight quarterly decline. Stream Charts reports that Amazon-owned platform, so it drops in both average channels and average viewers, leading to a dip in total hours watched. Twitch's market share also slid by another 0.9% or almost a full percent in Q2. Twitch opened the door for Kick's success. Kick's rise has come with Twitch's fall. One major factor behind Twitch's decline is multi-streaming. No, that is the major factor. The major factor is Twitch's dumb enforcement of their own rules. Like Twitch has this dumb idea where they're like, hey, we're gonna do this stupid thing where we're gonna pick a side politically and we're gonna make everyone else feel politically homeless. That's their own fault. But then multi-streaming is the sword that these streamers use to take them out. So just to properly define that, you see, since the platform lifted its exclusivity rule, major creators have been simulcasting across services. Stream Charts uses Brazilian megastar Gaul's, I'm sure he's huge. Once Twitch exclusive, he began streaming on YouTube mid-2024 during Blast.tv Awesome Major. His YouTube stream nearly doubled his Twitch audience. His total viewership didn't spike, it simply split. Well, people want to watch where they want to watch. I think that it's not quite the same. For example, I have viewers that will get mad at me. They're like, hey, you haven't uploaded to Rumble yet. Where's the video for Rumble? So people want to watch on the platforms that they want to watch on, but that's probably not true so much unless your audience is a big free speech audience. If your audience is a bunch of normies, they probably don't care, whatever the app is closest to their fingertip. But interestingly, here's the founder of CEO. 3 years ago, Twitch banned my co-founder's account and slashed all creator rev share. In response, we launched Kick, which everyone laughed at and said could never rival Twitch. Today, Kick reached close to 25% market share against Twitch for the first time. That data is just not true because you're not including YouTube and you're not including Rumble. So I'm not sure how you're calculating that number, but it doesn't matter. And part of, who's leading the charge here was Asmongold. Asmongold is officially 2025's most watched streamer in Q2 after deciding to multi-stream on Twitch at Kick. Like I said, he has free speech fans in his audience. Maybe they don't want to support Twitch, so they go to Kick. There's already streamers on Kick, viewers on Kick that will like his content because of perhaps XQC. In June 2025, Asmongold and many other creators opted to join Kick while co-streaming to other platforms. The decision has paid dividends. It's pushed him over the edge to become the top streamer in the world. According to stats from Stream Charts, Asmongold was the second most watched streamer on Twitch from April 1st to June 30th, with 26.4 million hours watched on the platform. He trailed only behind League of Legends co-caster, who had a whopping 27.87 million hours watched. However, it was Asmongold's decision to multi-stream on Kick that sent him to topple Cadrell. So he was about 1 million hours behind, but if you include Kick, right, 28.58 million. This proves that multi-streaming works. I've been saying this for years, not that anyone cares what I have to say. Here's the numbers. You have Asmongold, 28.58 million hours. You have that loser Hassan at 23 million. And that's going to go away soon because he was involved in a lot of drama with H3. You can't count on that. And then you have this other channel, which seems to multi-stream. I'm not totally sure, 22.3 million. Then you have another channel that appears to multi-stream. I don't know. No, that's just, they're from the USA. That's all that's saying, USA. I don't know what this heart emoji is. That's some sort of streaming platform I'm unfamiliar with, maybe YouTube. But like, if Asmon also streams to YouTube, he'll get even bigger. And I really hope a lot of these streamers put put Rumble into the rotation. Again, it costs them nothing. And it makes their content available to people who want to watch it where they want to watch it. So I'm hoping that, you know, Asmon and everyone else who's multi-streamer will do what Donut did and also include Rumble, because there's 20 million users there that want to watch your content. Some percentage of them want to watch it. So, you know, definitely consider it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Don't forget if you're a YouTube only viewer, quartering live, one word on YouTube, I'll leave it linked in the description, and we'll talk to you again real soon.